Welcome back to this solo episode all about Confessions. Confessions is the book of ours which will be released on the 1st of November 2023. And in this series of episodes, I'm just sharing details about the book and also inspiration behind the book also. So in this episode, I would love to share a story with you. It's a story that did not make it in its pure form to the book, but it was, applied in some sense into the book also. The book has a different character, it's plays in a different time and age, but this story was written way back, and some of the experiences, the feelings, the emotions were used in developing the characters in the book called Confessions. I hope you enjoy this story. So, this story is about a good friend of ours. Let's call him Tom or Tommy. A lot of us love to call him Tommy. Tommy is an accomplished banker who has diligently and successfully worked his way up the career ladder. Apart from being very rich and successful, he is also a very tall, very handsome, very charming, and very attractive man who never lacks requests for dates and whatnot. Hmm. Like some of our friends says, he's the king and more. Though everything was working for him, there came a time in his life in which he gradually started to lose it. What happened to Tom? Why is he so absent minded? Where has the fire and the big energy gone to? Those were some of the questions that we were asking. Well, we later got to know that he had been going through a lot. He had been numbing a lot of pains and trauma by focusing on his career and his social life. So for us, we thought, oh, Tom is this high energy guy, hustling and bustling guy. He's always busy. He's always having social events to attend to. But we never knew that down below, underneath all of that, he was trying to numb some pain and also some trauma that he was experiencing at that moment in his life. And when he got to a particular level, his system became immune to this numbing mechanism. So he exploded. The numbing of the pain and the trauma did not send them away, it only made them grow even bigger. Just between us, I would like you to know all about Tom's pain and trauma. But first, I would like to know about your experiences and how you deal with pains, challenges, and trauma. You could be helping someone out there by just sharing your story with us. You can answer this question directly on Spotify, or you can send us an email through podcast.mirrortalk@gmail.com or any of our social media platform. But you could send us an email. You could also check in the link in the show notes of this episode. We'll provide all the information that you need to get across to us. So, back to our story. Tom was brave enough to share some of these things that he had been battling with, and he gave us the rights and the authority, I would say, to share them with you also. He told us about the childhood trauma that he had been dragging along with him all his life. Disconnection and lack of relationship with his father, disagreements with his mother, and a lot of conflict had been causing friction and breakups in his relationship with his sisters. Not only break up with his sisters, also break up with the loves that could have been his forever. Growing up in this environment made him make some decisions which, according to him, he regretted till today and has not been able to forgive himself. At a very young age, he found out that the only source of happiness he enjoyed was whenever he gave all his best to his academics and topped the class. So he did just that. He was always first in class. He was always going for all the competitions. He was always winning all the awards, and that was what gave him fulfillment and satisfaction. He buried himself in his books and later in his career. He was never really able to make any emotional connection with anyone. Every relationship seemed temporary or transactional to him. This created a very great void in his life, and the gaps and baggages from his past kept growing. To avoid conflicts, disagreements, and connection with people, he became a people pleaser. He swept everything under the carpet, including dead rats. And the time came when the dead rats started to stink, taking him to dark places he had been avoiding. The smell of the rotten rats brought depression and suicidal thoughts. He felt lost in negative thoughts. locked up in the prison of his past. You might be thinking, why don't you just get rid of the rotten rats and the smell? It is easier said than done. It takes courage, support, and time. Tom's healing started when he became aware of himself and when he started to truly love himself. He started to find a way out of the woods by forgiving himself and others. Loving and forgiving yourself helps you to love and forgive others. The discovery journey became easier when he was able to reconcile with his parents, with his siblings, and with his loved ones. Slowly, the burnt bridges were built again, relationships were repaired, and gradually, he started to find missing puzzle pieces of his life. Finding his way out of the woods through support and trusted people, through podcasts like Mirror Talk, Soulful Conversations, through books, and more, helped him find himself. It gave his life direction and purpose, and now he can build strong, healthy, and meaningful relationships again. So, my friend, are you lost in the woods? If you are not alone. Do not give up. There is a way out. In the next episode, we'll explore more about Tom. So, subscribe, follow, and share. And also, stay tuned for more. Thank you so much for listening to this episode one more time. This story is an inspiration from our book called Confessions, which will be available very soon. So I hope you are getting ready to get the book and read it and share your thoughts, your opinion, and this journey with us. This episode is one more time brought to you by Riverside. Riverside is a platform which you could use to create videos in high quality, actually in studio quality. You could use it for podcasting, you could use it for meetings, for virtual meetings, and you could use it for anything you want to do personally, for recording your thoughts, for recording your journey, and also for professional uses also. Check out the link in the show notes of this episode and try out riverside.fm for free now. Wow, you made it to the very end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening. I'm grateful for your time, your love, and your contributions. Subscribe, like, review, and share this podcast. God bless you. Bye. Bye.